Hello and welcome to Module 8's video. So that means Modules 4 through 7 should be complete. We are nearing the end. This is actually the last module with a lot of content because Module 9 is time set aside for you to work on your unit plan. So let's take a closer look at that last module. The heading for this module is Leadership in Learning Community. So how do we go beyond our teaching role and really be leaders in our profession? So there are two parts, each have their own kind of reading section and each have their own discussion thread. So the first one is focusing on inclusive classrooms. So here you're going to get to see a variety of different lessons and ideas that you could do to incorporate into your classroom and make some inclusion kind of lessons. These are lessons that could be put into any classroom, and basically they help with team building and help students, but particularly some ideas that you could use in your social sciences. So take a look at those and make some comments about those. And then dealing with difficult subject matter and being objective and being kind of a leader about that. In social sciences, inevitably we are going to deal with some touchy subjects, and sometimes it's planned and you can do some warning about it, but oftentimes it's not planned, and how do you mediate that in the classroom, and taking some time to think about that. So then it brings us to your last assignment, and it's interview questions. So I've actually asked for some interview questions from my school board and asked some principals that I know what are some questions that are often used in interviews and ones that they know most people struggle with as well, actually on purpose. I've chosen some more difficult ones. So the idea is to spend some time and craft your response and really think of your response as if you're in an interview, so not to make it terribly long-winded. You don't want 5 pages of a response, something that's short and concise, but most importantly provides examples. That is the key, that you give a detailed example of a time that you've used it in practice or what you would plan to use it in practice. Don't just talk theory, but what's an actual concrete example that you would do in your classroom. So some guidance on that, how to kind of structure your response. And maybe it's helpful that this week is EQAO week and everybody's going to be writing the OSSLT this Thursday. So a lot of us are talking P-paragraph style and how to write a response and good responses. So it's the same kind of thing that we teach our students. Start by stating the question again in your own words. So you're starting with that statement, that point, that P. Give examples in your own practice, some time that you have used whatever you're stating. So if you're going to use the inclusion one, then what's a time that you've used an inclusion lesson or describe an actual inclusion lesson. That add information about the topic, maybe some from the research or the readings that are from this section, some guru that you know that is important to whichever one that you have decided to pick. So we get to elaborate a little bit more. And lastly, make a meaningful connection about why it's important to students in general, 21st century learners, millennials, how it connects maybe to your philosophy of teaching in general. See if you can't structure that all together into a nice, concise response. And that is it. We are kind of at the end of the road here. Certainly continue to be working on your unit plans, finding resources. If you have any questions about that, feel free to email me. I will certainly help you through the process. Thank you.